AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Good morning, New Mexico. No, I'm not Jeff Symbieta or JJ Buck. That's right. They've gone to the third string quarterback today. It's Carlos Sonoria this morning on the opening drive here on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. You may be wondering, what the heck? What are they doing with the third stringer today? Well, the boys are out playing some golf today out at Paradise Hill. So Jeff Symbieta will call back. And yes, friends of the show, he will be back tomorrow. And JJ may try to cut in a little later, but we got a fun show for you today. We got David Glovac of the Albuquerque Journal coming in during the 8 o'clock hour. And then our good friend of the show, Clint Hurdle, will be making an appearance again today at 9:45 ahead of the Isotopes day game today at Rio Grande Credit Union Field at Isotopes Park against the Sugar Land Space Cowboys. And, of course, you can listen to the amazing Josh Shushan on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal, just right here. So don't turn your dial after this. But, man, what a day in sports we have coming up. And, obviously, the big question for today with the World Cup going on, what the heck happened to Cristiano Ronaldo yesterday? We talked about it yesterday, the amazingness that we saw the day before from Kylian Mbappe of France, Erling Haaland of Norway, and, of course, the GOAT, Lionel Messi of Argentina. Mbappe with a brace, Haaland with a brace, Messi with a hat trick. You think, what's Ronaldo going to do? We asked that yesterday morning. And he lays a gigantic goose egg against Congo DR in a 1-1 draw in Houston, Texas, that was celebrated like a win for the members of the Congo DR. Good morning, New Mexico. We got Adrian over on ProView holding it down this morning. That's right. I'm running the board and hosting the show today. It's going to be a fun morning this morning. But make sure you call in to us this morning at 505-246-0610. Once again, that number is 505-246-0610. Or the Meineke text line. Meineke on San Pedro. Is car care done right? So make sure you text the Meineke on San Pedro text line at 505-246-0610 this morning. So I will try to get to your calls as the best I can. Like I said, I'm running the board and also hosting the show this morning. But we got some amazing World Cup games coming on this morning. Czechia versus South Africa at 10 a.m. Excuse me. Switzerland and Bosnia-Herzegovina at 1 p.m. Canada and Qatar at 4. And the big one in the evening, Mexico versus South Korea. That's going to be set up for a great one out in Monterrey, Mexico, in one of the most beautiful stadiums during the World Cup. And this is going to be a fun day for sure between Canada and Mexico. There aren't any games played in the United States except one today, and that's Switzerland and Bosnia-Herzegovina. So make sure you're tuned into that. But I want to talk some Lobo basketball this morning in the middle of June. Yes, that's right. The Lobos announced yesterday I guess what you would say would be a home opener. It looked like Northern Arizona was going to be the home opener. But Utah Tech is making the trip out to the Pit to open things up this season. We're super excited for that game. And we talked about retention yesterday, right, with Jake Hall and UConn. And Jake Hall kind of turning down those blue bloods, right? I mean, it was a big day for UNM sports having that there. But UNM and Utah Tech will take place on November 2nd. So we got another game. And so far, there's only been one true road game announced for the University of New Mexico, and that is the return game to Santa Clara this year from the home and home. But the Lobos have some amazing home games up on the schedule. Utah Tech and Northern Arizona to get things started. But you're hosting New Mexico State. And then you get into some of the bigger boys, and that's not a knock on the Aggies, but when it comes to rankings, right, you know, you're talking about quad 1, quad 2 wins. New Mexico State's not a quad 1 or quad 2 win. So you can't, obviously, the Lobos have lost to them 2 years in a row, so you can't take them lightly, but things got to change eventually for Eric Olin's squad in his second year. And Patino lost to him in his final year. So, you know, we're going to start this over. So refresh, those two didn't count. It was Patino's last year and Olin first year. So that just basically means it doesn't count, right, Lobo fans? But you got New Mexico State coming to Pitt. But you also got St. Mary's, the Gales, who have been a powerhouse and will continue to be a powerhouse now that Gonzaga's left the WCC. They're finally coming to a Pitt, part of a 3-game set in which St. Mary's will come to the Pitt powered by Newsenda twice, and the Lobos will only have to go to the Bay Area once. And our old friends Utah State will also make the trip out to the Land of Enchantment this offseason as well, keeping that rivalry going, unlike some other Pac-12 defectors. Not scared to play the Lobos in their home building, so credit to Utah State. And then the Lobos with a big tournament with Oregon State and our old friend Leon Rice and Boise State around the Thanksgiving holiday in sunny Southern California. And there's some amazing games on the docket. Last night, J.J. Buck decided to go to the women's open practice that we talked about, and it looked like a really good turnout last night. So shout out to all the Lobo faithful that made it there last night. It's just amazing to see, right? We talked to head coach Amy Egan on Monday during the 7 o'clock hour, and she talked about just wanting to be more open, right? Really enjoying her time here in Albuquerque. When she got here as recruit, right? She hasn't really had a chance to settle. She talked about how much she enjoyed the tram, right? And she's just trying to have the program more open for whatever reason, right? Whether you were disenfranchised with Mike Bradbury. Like we said yesterday, the Lobo women's program is a winning program. They did win 20 games last year after all, right? So, Lobo fan, if you're like, I'm not going until Mike Bradbury's gone, this is your chance. You got a young head coach. You're retaining some players from Mike Bradbury's team, but you're also bringing in a lot of players from Lindenwood, where Coach Amy Egan hails from, coming in to the 505 for their first season. Call me with your takes this morning, whether it be Lobos World Cup. We had a great discussion about Buc-ee's yesterday and how JJ needs to stop at a Buc-ee's. I still can't believe JJ Buck has never been to a Buc-ee's. We got my dad across the way in the studio listening this morning. It's Take Your Dad to Work Day, I guess, the guy that got me into sports talk. And I'm going to tell you, he has some hot takes, so maybe we'll have to listen for my favorite Detroit Lions fan here in a little bit. But like I said, great day at the World Cup coming up. England and Croatia with an absolute masterclass yesterday during the World Cup in a 4-2 thriller at Jerry's World. And honestly, probably the most exciting game that's been played at that stadium in a long time at Jerry's World. England takes Croatia 4-2 yesterday. And before the broadcast on Fox, an English pundit likened the English national team to the Dallas Cowboys. And what do I mean by that? Well, you'll hear what I have to say about that after the break. Why is England and the Dallas Cowboys have in common? But we'll get back to that right after these commercial messages.
The Drake Toll Show.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come.
San Pedro, doing car care right.
England and the Dallas Cowboys. A sentence that I never thought I would ever say in my life. It's Carlos Tenorio this morning on 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal. Good morning, New Mexico. It's the opening drive. They've called in the third-string quarterback this morning. Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck both out, but we'll be back tomorrow. I promise they will be back tomorrow. Once you get tired of listening to my voice, they will be back. They're out at a golf tournament at Paradise Hills with the radio station, having a good time out there. Jeff Symbieta should be calling in later today. We got David Glovac of the Albuquerque Journal at 8, and Clint Hurdle, the former manager of the Colorado Rockies and Pittsburgh Pirates. Yes, that Clint Hurdle will be calling in the show at 9:45 to talk Isotopes baseball and the Colorado Rockies. Before the break, I talked about how England and the Dallas Cowboys are alike, at least in the eyes of former Danish goalkeeper Kasper Schmeichel, as England beat Croatia 4-2 yesterday in Jerry's World. And what fans are saying might be the most exciting game that's been played in that stadium in a while. So let's take a listen to what Kasper Schmeichel had to say about the English national team and the Dallas Cowboys. Ouch. I mean, if you're a Dallas, first off, a lot of people maybe have never heard of Kasper Schmeichel. Kasper Schmeichel is one of the best goalkeepers in Danish national team history. He was a legend at Leicester City in the Premier League. But man, you're letting a Dane roast. That's how bad the Dallas Cowboys have gotten as a franchise. That not only do they catch strays from the American media, but during the FIFA World Cup, the most watched sporting event in the world, they're even catching strays from Kasper Schmeichel about how poorly run Jerry Jones' club is. And why is that? What has led Kasper Schmeichel of Denmark to make these comments? Well, it's just poor ownership on behalf of Jerry Jones and how he runs the Dallas Cowboys. And unlike in England, who last won the World Cup in 1966, and every single World Cup, soccer fans around the world have to hear them chant, "It's coming home, it's coming home, football's coming home." It's not coming home. It's I hate to break it to you. You won the World Cup in 1966 at Wembley in front of Queen Elizabeth in one of her first years. Don't know if you've seen the news lately, but Lizzie hasn't been in charge in a while in England. And in a while, I mean. We're talking almost 5 years since Queen Elizabeth passed away. And you still have the gall to say, "It's coming home." All my English buddies and my Welsh buddies text, "It's coming home, Carlos. Unlike the USA, it's coming home." It's not coming home. And just like the Dallas Cowboys, every NFL fan has to hear, "Oh, it's our year this year, boys. Dak Prescott's got it." And by week 3, you want to throw Dak Prescott down the Red River. You can't have it both ways. So I do agree with Kasper Schmeichel on this. But the more concerning part, Dallas Cowboy fans, is that you, like I said, you're having this conversation during the World Cup. It's the summer months. You should be relaxing. Your stadium's on display, flexing the muscle. Look at our stadium. That's honestly one of the better stadiums in the World Cup because they decided not to use Las Vegas, which I'm a little interested in why maybe you don't use a city like Las Vegas for the World Cup. I feel like that would be a big draw, and Allegiant Stadium is an amazing stadium, but you also don't use US Bank, who's an amazing stadium. And I will be in Dallas, Texas on Monday to watch Argentina, Austria at Jerry's World and finally get to take in the beauty that is that gigantic stadium. I'm getting a thumbs up for my dad who watched the Cowboys and Lions there a few years ago. But there's no denying it's a remarkable stadium. But there's also no denying the product on the field since the 90s have not been quality. 30 years. Their most recent title was 30 years ago for the Dallas Cowboys. Put that in perspective. The Oakland Raiders, yes, the Oakland Raiders, not the Las Vegas ones, but the Oakland ones, have gone to a Super Bowl more recently. Yes, the Oakland Raiders. Yes, they lost to John Gruden's Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won 2 Super Bowls at that time. The Philadelphia Eagles have won 2 Super Bowls in that time. The Detroit Lions are challenging for Super Bowl titles. And what are the Dallas Cowboys doing? Not even sniffing the NFC Championship game every year for gross management by Jerry Jones. And it reminds me a lot of how Al Davis ran the Oakland Raiders there towards the end. You bring in Lane Kiffin as your head coach, right? Jamarcus Russell at quarterback. The greatness of the Raiders is back. No, it was not even remotely close. You got Lane Kiffin sending Sebastian Janikowski out there to try a 70-yard field goal. And then Al Davis passes away, and his son takes over. Is that sounding like something that may happen, Cowboy fans, once the Jerry Jones regime is over? The son taking over. And you think it'll get better. It has to get better. It doesn't get better, I promise you. In fact, the son might be worse because not only does he have these expectations of running the club, he now has to sit in his father's shadow. I got to be better than my dad. I got to try to win. He didn't win the last, X amount of years he was in charge. I got to win. And where's that put the Las Vegas Raiders? With the number 1 overall draft pick, drama up the wazoo when it comes to Henry Ruggs, John Gruden, Damon Arnett, Devontae Adams, Jimmy Garoppolo, Josh McDaniels, Antonio Pierce. May I go on? With a son, it doesn't get better. Oh, and relocation. The Cowboys aren't going to relocate. That would be stupid. But what I'm saying, Cowboy fans, is it's not a good look if before the England-Croatia match, Kasper Schmeichel is taking shots at your NFL team in your stadium. In your stadium. Hosting one of the best World Cup games so far. And the headline, other than the amazing scoreline by England and the Arsenal boys being on a bender with them, is that Kasper Schmeichel drugged the Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones through the mud. Not a good look for the Cowboys. An amazing stadium, though. As a Raider fan, I can tell you, losing in an amazing stadium never gets old because at least you get, the nice TV. You're usually on TV. The visiting fans really enjoy it. I tell you that. I'm going to turn the mic on for my dad real quick to make his argument on that, who is a diehard Detroit Lions fan from Albuquerque, weirdly enough. But you got the chance to go to Jerry's World and watch your team play there. And what was arguably a really good game, but probably the last good game before this England-Croatia game yesterday. Your thoughts on Jerry Jones's mismanagement of the Dallas Cowboys and your thoughts of that gigantic spaceship stadium?
Well, I think his actions speak for themselves, so I don't got to say much about him. But the stadium, wow. I was blown away for that Lions game. The Lions game I'm speaking of was the Monday night game where Taylor Decker did not check in, but he checked in. So that happened actually, that in that end zone corner, that happened right in front of me and me and your sister. And the atmosphere in that stadium of 90,000 plus fans that day was amazing. So the stadium is worth it. As a fan of sports, such as myself and you're going to enjoy the monstrosity that is Texas Stadium is what it's supposed to be.
Texas Stadium. So it's not Cowboy, not AT&T.
It's
the World Cup
World
hates
Cup
sponsorships
covers,
if it's not theirs.
But it is amazing. It is a spectacle for a football game, American football game. As far as the World Cup, I'm pretty sure it's the same. The grass is greener on the screen than it is on the field. How that happens, I'm not sure.
I'll tell you, Jerry Jones.
Maybe that's a sign of the mismanagement in a sense, right? It looks better on screen than it does on the field. But it is what it is when you're taking strays. I mean, the Boston Celtics have held on to that one championship. Look at that team. Look at the Detroit Pistons that won championship in this century. And those teams hadn't won it in a while. So there's always a chance for the Cowboys. I just hope it's not anytime soon.
for the world's sake. But, my girlfriend always say, if it snowed in December for the past 30 years, you probably think it's going to snow in September, right? So what makes you think that the Dallas Cowboys are going to win a Super Bowl? And if you don't like my Cowboy takes, well, tough cookie, call in and tell me you don't like my Cowboy takes. You call it at 505-246-0610, or you can text the Sports Animal Meineke on San Pedro text line at 505-246-0610. Meineke on San Pedro's car care done right. 8 o'clock, David Glovac, Albuquerque Journal coming up. Jeff Symbieta should be calling in as well. 9:45, Clint Hurdle talking the Isotopes down in that Colorado Rockies. We'll talk some more World Cup. And maybe, as our dear friend, quarterback Ned James alluded to, maybe some QB1 competition in the Lobos quarterback room. More opening drive coming up.
Brought to you by Route 66 Casino Hotel. Get your kicks at Route
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and
Oh, yeah. It's time to start spreading the news. It is parade day in the city of New York. Start spreading the news. Captain Clutch, Jalen Brunson, Fun fact, if you look up his name right now on Google, if you look up Jalen Brunson, it'll act like you misspelled his name. And it'll say, and I'm looking at it right now. Did you mean Captain Clutch Brunson? I'm looking at it right now. The funniest thing ever for that. So great to see that even Google is getting on the fun. But it is parade day in the city of New York. The largest police force presence in the city of New York, scheduled largest police presence in the city of New York. It's Carlos Tenorio on the opening drive this morning, filling in for JJ Buck and Jeff Symbieta. Dear listener, they will be back tomorrow, I promise. They're having a grand old time out at the Paradise Hills Golf Course, playing a nice round of golf. And speaking of golf, before we get into talking about the NBA champion New York Knicks, which is still a wild thing for me to say, considering the last time they won was 1973, we're going to talk a little golf. Because we got to, right? Scotty Scheffler, my favorite golfer, teeing off today, going for a career Grand Slam. I guess I should turn the Sinatra off on the other computer. You can't hear it, but it's still kind of going in the background. The funs of producing and hosting at the same time. Scotty Scheffler going for a career Grand Slam. Amazing to see for Scotty S. But he has only won once on the tour this season. That makes you think. Is he like Ronaldo and he's slowly losing it? No. He'd be the 7th golfer to win all 4 major titles if he can win this weekend. And we're just teeing off in Southampton, New York in round 1. So some early scores coming in, but the U.S. Open this weekend. Super excited. James Nicklaus in first. He's 1 under through 3. Like I said, they just teed off. So shout out James Nicklaus, under 1 through 3 today. So I will be locked in. I'll tell you that for sure. And you got guys teeing off all the way till 2:45 p.m. Mountain Time today. So if you want to turn it on, man. Enjoy your day. You got Thursday off, turn on some golf. Watch the U.S. Open. It's on NBC USA and Peacock today. A lot of options for you to view it. Now the weather looking a little dicey. 67 and rain with 13-mile-an-hour winds, gusts up to 15. If my buddies and I were playing, we wouldn't care. But, man, our slice is already bad. I can only imagine how it would be, not only on that amazing course, but in that weather as well. That's going to be bad. But Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks are NBA champions. They're having their parade today in New York. For the championship celebration, only 64 arrests made regarding the championship celebration the night the New York Knicks won the NBA championship, which, I don't know about you, kind of low. I would have taken the over. I don't know if there was an over, but I would have definitely hammered the over of over 64 people, at least 64 that they got. I mean, they're burning down school buses and they're rocking them back and forth. And last night, Karl Anthony Towns was on late night television going, it was great to see all the boroughs celebrating. Even Brooklyn, they got their own team and they're celebrating the Knicks. Should have kept the Nets in New Jersey, just saying there. But, money talks. Owners are greedy. And Knick fans know that very well with James Dolan. But Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, and Mike Brown coming together in the city of New York at Madison Square Garden. Same sidelines, a lot of great coaches. Rick Pitino's currently manning himself with St. John's. He's in attendance. You got all these celebrities in attendance, right? Long-suffering New York Knicks fans. And you know what? I sympathize. I usually don't sympathize with fans of New York teams when we're looking at the Yankees. Maybe the Mets. I think what's going on with the Jets is just kind of comedic, so, there's that. So I won't sympathize with them. They are kind of funny to watch. But Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, and Mike Brown all come to New York. Karl Anthony Towns replaced by Julius Randle, of all people, in Minnesota. And Timberwolves said, yeah, that's our guy, Julius Randle. An island of misfit toys, per se. Guys that, they're washed. They can't do it. Mike Brown only went to the NBA Finals as a head coach because of LeBron. The only reason he has rings is because of Steph Curry and Steve Kerr as an assistant coach. He can't win. Look, he got fired from the Sacramento Kings. How bad is Mike Brown of a coach that he's getting fired from the Sacramento Kings? Okay. He said, all right. And his son, former Lobo legend, Elijah Brown, on Instagram, making a story post, said, it's my turn to talk, he said, talking about his dad. It's our turn to talk, he said. Mike Brown is an NBA champion head coach. Albuquerque resident Mike Brown is an NBA championship coach. Great to see that, and a great article by Jeff Grammer in the Albuquerque Journal talking about Mike Brown and his connection to Albuquerque. But this team, and we talked about it earlier this week, was built on the power of friendship, right? We talk about the power of friendship. A team goes on an unbelievable run. They're just having fun. They're kind of looking like the Globetrotters. Reminds you kind of a little bit about the Warriors. That wasn't the Knicks. The Knicks was the power of friendship, but it wasn't this behind the back Steph Curry kick out. Let's kick it out to Kevin Durant. Oh, if Kevin Durant doesn't work, let's try Boogie Cousins. It's not a super team. It's guys that were cast away, that were looked down on. The underdogs who had finally come out and said, this is my time. A coach that was fired from the Sacramento Kings that said, I'll show you. And my buddy Sean Trena, shout out Sean Trena, diehard Sacramento Kings fan. And when they fired Mike Brown, oh boy, was he heated. And oh boy, was he heated last Saturday when I went up to him and said, who would fire Mike Brown? And he's like, I know, that's what I'm saying, So amazing to see. Have a party in New York. Imagine being a World Cup fan, right? Your team's playing in New Jersey. They're not New York, it's in New Jersey. But you're staying in New York City. And you're there for the Knicks to win their first title since 1973. 1973. Richard Nixon was the president in 1973. The Oakland A's were World Series champions for the second time in 1973 with likes of Raleigh Fingers, Bert Campaneris, Catfish Hunter. That's how long it's been. There's no motor vehicle traffic in Lower Manhattan today. The mayor of New York, Zoran Mondami, said, they're just going to have a ball today. And it's going to be amazing to see all that confetti falling down the street. And these guys have earned every single moment of that. It's not a super team. Dare I say the era of the super team is over? Look at Oklahoma City. They don't have a super team. They built that. Look at the New York Knicks. Island of Misfit Toys. Look at the San Antonio Spurs and Victor Wembanyama. They were in the lottery last year, the San Antonio Spurs. And what a standard to hold Victor Wembanyama to, where he takes the team from the lottery to the NBA Finals. And we're upset he didn't win the finals? He's 22. You know what I was doing at 22? I am 22. I'm hosting talk show radio in Albuquerque. Like Victor Wembanyama, it's not his time yet. And yes, you can talk, he was through a fit after. He's 22. I can tell you, being that age and knowing a lot of other 22-year-olds, sometimes when you get upset, you make rash decisions and you just kind of storm off. It's not the best look half of the time. You got to remember he's young. He's been playing in the NBA for how many years? A lot longer than I am. I'm not even close to basketball shape. I'm basketball shaped. I'm not in basketball shape. But the era of the super team, in my opinion, is over. And it died with the Golden State Warriors' last title with Kevin Durant. It was killed by the Toronto Raptors winning their NBA championship in 2019 with Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, the Lakers, the bubble, whatever. Count that if you want. But the Lakers get Luka Doncic along with LeBron James, right, 2 years ago. Nothing. Can't get anything done. The last super team to really win it were the Golden State Warriors with Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson. And of those four players I just named, the Warriors drafted 3 of them. And then they still proceed to win an NBA title a few years later. With those core 3 and my GOAT, Andre Iguodala. Give me Iguodala anytime. So shout out to the New York Knicks. Congratulations. And Albuquerque resident Mike Brown. on an NBA champion. Albuquerque, we got an NBA champion in the house. Well, not in the studio. I wish if he was. I'd be wondering why Mike Brown wasn't partying it up in Lower Manhattan today with all the boroughs. Man, what a party. When a city like New York, when a city like San Francisco, when a city like Los Angeles or Boston win the NBA title. Chicago with the Cubbies in 2016. Man. Yeah, they're big cities. Just because you're a big city doesn't mean your sports team's good. Giants are awful at baseball. The Warriors are now bad. The Sharks, oh, God, they're bad at hockey, but they're coming up. That's just the Bay Area. L.A., yeah, you got the Dodgers. You see their celebrations. What about the Angels? What about the Ducks? What about the Kings? It's been a while for them. City of New York? This was the last time they won any title. NYCFC won a title in 2021, right? MLS Cup, that's a big deal. But it's not the Yankees. It's definitely not the New York Giants. the Jets, that's never going to happen. So an amazing day for the city of New York. Don't get in too much trouble. Let's keep those 64 arrests as the most that's been done in a parade. A lot of celebration today. It's Carlos Tenorio on the opening drive, filling in for J.J. Buck and Jeff Symbieta. You can reach us at 505-246-0610. That's the call number to get in this morning. Like I said, I'm hosting and producing, so if you call in, please try and call in during the commercial break, and I'll get you in. We got David Glovak of the Albuquerque Journal coming up at the 8 o'clock hour, and the Colorado Rockies manager, Clint Hurdle, at 9:45. And Clint Hurdle, that's last time I interviewed him, gave me a little starstruck, not going to lie. I'm going to improve on that. Can't let that happen. More of Carlos's horrific takes, and we're just going to have fun this morning. It's a Thursday morning. Most of us got Friday off tomorrow. This is most people's Fridays. Let's have some fun this morning. More coming up right after this.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone.
Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cook-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
Jude, we're talking Lobo football. Women's basketball assistant coach telling JJ Buck the other day, it's great to be at a football school. Yeah, I see that look over there. Yeah, great to be at a football school. Is Carlos Tenorio on the opening drive filling in for JJ Buck and Jeff Symbieta. They're having a good time out at Paradise Hills Golf Course. Teeing it off with KKOB out there for a good cause. So make sure you tune in to Bob Clark. He's live out there as well. I think we're going to have Jeff or JJ call in from the golf course. We're going to have David Glovac of the Albuquerque Journal in at 8. He's brand new to Albuquerque. So we're going to hit him with some rapid-fire New Mexico questions for him. He just moved here covering the University of Northern Alabama. He's now covering New Mexico United and other sports around the Albuquerque metro area. And then we'll have Clint Hurdle at 9:45 talking the Colorado Rockies. And, of course, your Albuquerque Isotopes, who, despite a valiant effort, will not make the playoffs in the first half, it looks like. It was a valiant effort by the Albuquerque Isotopes in the first half of the season, but it looks like they might just fall short of making the playoffs and winning the first half. The Topes are currently 6 games out, so they will not make the playoffs in the first half. It looks like it's between Sacramento, the AAA affiliate of the San Francisco Giants, and Las Vegas Aviators, who's the AAA affiliate of the God knows where they're playing A's. We call them the Los Oaklamento Athletics. Got to combine all three. It's like the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. It's just a stupid name. But it's a 2-horse race, and the Topes were in first for a good amount of the season. But, man, that's baseball. Topes are still over 500, 36-35. Had a really good year still by Pacific. You know, it's hard. It's hard in minor league baseball. The Rockies are struggling, right? And so, of course, they're going to call up guys. But Topes have 36 wins so far in the first half. That's remarkable, compared to years past. So the Isotopes are trending in the right direction. And if you really want to take a listen to the Topes game, we just got some day baseball today at RGCU Field at Isotopes Park. Catch Josh Sushan. If you can't make the ball game, which you should, it's a Thursday. Take a lunch break, go out to the ballpark, watch the Isotopes. You can catch them right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal. So we'll have Clint Hurdle on time. Topes and the Rockies. But Lobo football kicks off in a mere 79 days, 12 hours, 9 minutes, and about 15 seconds. At home against the Central Michigan Chippewas, which was almost a school I went to. And my father's nodding his head because he knew that I wanted to be a Chippewa for the longest time. Dating back to their New Mexico Bowl appearance. It's a fun fact, I used the New Mexico Bowl as a college recruiting thing. I learned a lot about different colleges because that's the great part of the New Mexico Bowl, right? So you got all these different schools experiencing our culture. And man, Central Michigan was just so friendly. Their President Davies, who was a remarkable guy, super short fella, maybe no more than 4'3", I'd say. He wore a giant fedora, so maybe 4'6" with the fedora. But was an amazing guy. Was the only school to ever invite me on and officially invite me to their campus was Central Michigan. So soft spot for the Chippewas, but not in 79 days when they take on Jason Eck and the Lobos, followed by Mercyhurst. And then my pops and I are going to take a little trip to Norman, Oklahoma to go watch the Oklahoma Sooners. And the way this schedule is lined up, if you have inspirations for a college football playoff, Jason Eck said he would be disappointed if they weren't playing for a Mountain West championship. Disappointed if the New Mexico Lobos aren't playing for a national championship. Yeah, we're still in kind of shock about that. But I think as Lobo fans, we need to just enjoy the moment, right? But not just enjoy the moment, but prove that we deserve to be here, right? Yeah, last year was great. Where did we come from? This is great. We're not playing in New Mexico for a bowl game. We're in Arizona. We're playing on a really bad field at Chase Field, which was a horrifically done field, I will say, and may have led to a few slips and stuff. But we as Lobo fans need to act like, yes, we are good. Stop being shocked anymore, Lobo fans. We're good. We're good at football. We got coaches coming in for the women's team saying we're a football school. That's the perception we have now of a Lobo football school, of Lobo football. There's no reason going into that game against UTEP October 3rd, which will be our first Mountain West game against an old friend from the WAC or the Border Conference or a lot of other conferences. UTEP's always followed us around like a lost puppy dog. I know New Mexico State's a little brother, but man, what does that make UTEP if that's the case? Whew. Scared to know. Is UTEP like that cousin? You know, we all had that cousin. We'd go to parties, family functions. No one really wanted to talk to this cousin, but he was your cousin, so you had to like hang out with him. He would just follow you around, make weird noises. That's the UTEP Miners. And somehow they're in the Mountain West, not New Mexico State. But I think I'm in the minority of Lobo fans. I think the Aggies should be in the Mountain West. But Lobo should be at best 4-0, which would be great. That means you win at Oklahoma and Norman, which is a tough place to play. But realistically, 3-1 going into that game against UTEP. You have Central Michigan at home. 8 o'clock kickoff. Oh, it's late. You come to 8 o'clock tip-offs for Lobo football, for Lobo basketball. Why aren't you coming to an 8 o'clock kickoff for Lobo football? You got Mercyhurst at home, time still to be determined. Oklahoma. We're on ESPN, too, this year. Playing at Norman, Oklahoma, night game. And then New Mexico State away on CBS Sports, on the CBS Sports Network. First time that game's been nationally televised in a long time. I want to say since I was a kid, maybe. We won't talk about that game, but I was a kid. Hijinks ensued. It was a good time. But at best, going into that UTEP game, you got to be 3-1 if you're challenging, not just for a Mountain West title, but if you want to challenge for a college football playoff, which never thought I'd see the day that the Lobos are in preseason predictions for the college football playoffs. How about playoffs? Playoffs? Got some tough games, though. We know how the Rock is. We know how Hawaii goes. But our quarterback, Ned Jameson, they pulled a not so fast, my friend, on J.J. Buck the other day, saying that he thinks Luke Moga, the transfer from Oregon, might be giving Bring the Pain Jack Lane some competition in that quarterback room. You say what you want about Jack Lane last season, his throws towards the late of the year. The man had ligaments floating in his elbow his second elbow surgery. And we were in it against Minnesota till the very end. Should have won that game. But Ned James thinks that Luke Moga might be challenging for that number one spot. Obviously, you got James Lobstein back. He wasn't there for spring. Jack Lane hadn't played all spring. Luke Moga did. And Luke Moga on his interviews here has talked about the NFL quite a bit. He said the NFL a lot in his interview on this program. It's a young man with aspirations. I love to see it. But Lobo football in a good spot, man. Amazing to talk about. So, if you haven't got your season tickets, get your season tickets, man. Be a real one. You get a nice, cool package. I still have got mine. Brandon Hurst, I know you're listening. Jeremy Parks, I know you're listening. Still haven't got my real ones package. But you can if you get your season tickets. Rudy called in yesterday saying, there's no reason we shouldn't have 15,000. I agree with you, Rudy. David Glovac of the Albuquerque Journal coming up here in the 8 o'clock hour. Now's a great time to call, folks. If you want to, like I said, I'm producing and hosting the show, 505-246-0610. You're listening to the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell,
the local sports talk. Now it's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Good morning, New Mexico. No, I'm not Jeff Symbieta, nor am I the legendary voice of UNM women's basketball, JJ Buck. It's Carlos Tenorio on this sunny. It's a very sunny. It's going to be hot. Goodness gracious, it's going to be a hot Thursday morning. Woo. Triple digits yesterday in Albuquerque. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. And we're also streaming on ProView. So we got Adrian producing there. Who's your producer this morning on the opening drive? Well, it is me, ladies and gentlemen, as well. I am hosting. Sorry, Adrian. I'm like adjusting my camera just a lot here for whatever reason. But it's the 8 o'clock hour. I've been teasing him. He's a newcomer to the great state of New Mexico. His mic is now hot. His name is David Glovac. Good morning, David. How are you?
I'm good. Wow, that was quite the intro. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. Of course. So good morning. Man, David, you're brand new to New Mexico. Our listeners probably read some of your stuff in the Journal. You've been covering New Mexico United a lot lately. Had a good article yesterday with New Mexico United forward Greg Hurst about steak. Is that correct?
Yeah, that was correct. They did a little bit of a food challenge, I guess it was on Friday, with someone from Rio Grande Credit Union and one of the Albuquerque Journal reporters. So, just kind of had to press him a little bit on that, see how he did. Rumor has it that he was kind of the weak link on the team. He says otherwise. So, had to kind of get the scoop on that one.
Man, Greg Hurst, haggis is his big thing. He's from Scotland. Just an amazing player. Was in our kit video as well. Good actor, Greg Hurst as well. But David, before you covered New Mexico United, came to New Mexico, you were covering the University of Northern Alabama, correct?
Yeah, University of North Alabama in Florence.
And how was that? Would you care to talk about your time in Florence, Alabama?
It was, we'll say interesting, I guess is a good way to put it. A program that had was in the middle of transitioning from Division II to Division I. A lot of struggles along the way. Not very many good teams. They weren't always appreciative of that, but hey, what can you do?
Appreciative? You act like they may have restricted your media credentials or something there.
No, they didn't. They didn't try to do that and then bill it as some other reason.
David has a long history in sports. He was in Connecticut, correct, before this? Before Alabama?
Yeah, I was in Connecticut for about 6 years. Right in the middle of the state, a town called New Britain. I don't know if anybody's heard of it, but you can look that up. About close to Bristol. I'm sure most people have heard of that place. And then after that, moved to Alabama, worked there for 5 years, and then hopped on over here.
Now, the heat of New Mexico, I know we've talked about it a few other times compared to Alabama. My dad has been to the South a lot when he was in the military. By the way, it's Take Your Dad to Work Day here on the opening drive.
Hey.
I used to go with him all the time to base for Take Your Kid to Work Day. We'd play racquetball. I get to take him to the radio stations. It's great. But, man, the heat between Alabama, I got to experience that humidity last week when I was in Auburn compared to New Mexico. I know that's been a change, but what's been the biggest shock to you since moving to Albuquerque?
That's a good question. I actually don't mind the humidity, comparatively speaking, that's in the South. I actually, you kind of know what you're going to get. There's not that much fluctuation with it. But the biggest shock, maybe the landscape. I know that gets talked about a lot. You know, whenever I mention to somebody that I moved from Alabama, they're like, "Oh my God, it's so green." Driving through there, you know, over here it's kind of beige and brown and sand and cacti and all that stuff that you obviously do not have in the deep south. So that's probably been the biggest change, though. Probably when I first moved here, honestly, it was probably the weather, the temperature. I mean, when it says it's going to be 86, I'm used to it being 86. And then here it's like, oh, hey, it's 93 during the day, and then it's going to drop to the mid-50s as soon as the sun goes down.
That desert chill is, yeah, you know, it's crazy because most people that, you know, get lost in the desert and end up going missing is because of the cold at night. Like, you just don't expect how cold it gets. You know, we're in the high desert. We do get snow here, believe it or not. I know your first few days was overcast and cloudy when you came to Albuquerque. So that was welcome to monsoon season. It's going to be 100 during the day, and around 5 o'clock, we'll start getting some clouds. Not today. It's going to be a scorcher today. So if you're going to the Topes game, bring some sunscreen and sit in the shade today at RGCU Field Ice Topes Park. Or listen here on 95.9 FM AM 610, the sports animal, Josh Sushan. It's the opening drive with Carlos Tenorio, filling in for JJ Buck and Jeff Symbieta. We have David Glovak of the Albuquerque Journal, new to town. So if you have your questions, call in. It's a rapid fire question just to get to know you so the people of Albuquerque can get to know you. You know, red or green is the state question. So I got to ask you, you've been here a little bit. I think you can kind of start forming an opinion. Red or green?
You know what? I'm going to say green. You know, they don't really have it anywhere else. And then I probably had it a handful of times in my first week here. I'm partial to it. I like it. It's good on pizza. It's good on meatloaf. It's good on burgers. I mean, shoot. Sign me up.
You put it on everything. I'm going to turn my dad's mic on over there, too, so he's just not staring at you. Yeah, don't say anything now. The green chili is always such an amazing shock to people. There's a place in Las Cruces called Calichi's, and it's really good, really good. But they have a green chili custard. Now, I've personally never tried, but...
See, that seems like an interesting combo right there.
I was at 66 Diner. That was our sweet deal yesterday with Summer called in, the operator of the 66 Diner. So I went there for dinner yesterday, and on their specials, they had a green chili apple pie.
A little bit of sweet, a little bit of heat. Is that what they're kind of going for on that one?
I guess so. I'm not a fan of apple pie. I know that's probably my hottest take of the day.
That is the hot take.
Yeah, is the apple pie take. Not my cowboy takes earlier, but yeah, it's not an apple. I'm a big pecan pie guy, a big chocolate pie guy, big pecan. I already said pecan, pumpkin pie. That's good.
Well, why not apple?
I don't know, man. There's just something about it, you know. Pumpkin pie growing up. My dad's favorite holiday is Thanksgiving, because of the Lions, I would imagine. And he just loves to cook. So I get bombarded with pumpkin pie every year. So it's just so amazing. But talking about red or green, is there a restaurant you've gone to so far that has really knocked your socks off, or is there just a place that you consistently have been going to since you got here?
No. I'm open to recommendations, though, you know.
Ooh, is that, Dad, that's all you on that one.
Well, it depends. You said you're open-minded, right?
Very much so. Yeah.
Where have you been? You've just been wandering namelessly with people, taking you here, taking you there.
Yes.
That's good to know, then.
That's a good way to phrase that.
We'll talk offline, and we'll throw some suggestions towards you, because I'm not sure what I can say on the air as far as restaurants. I don't want to get nobody in trouble in here.
I will say Barelas Coffee House, very good recommendation. 66 Diner, as I said, that's always good.
The milkshakes at the 66 Diner.
Top tier?
Oh, my goodness.
Top tier?
Yes.
Still hand spun.
Yes. So when you stop there right here on Central by UNM, make sure you get save you some room for a milkshake afterwards.
What's the flavor to get, though?
I get the Dreamsicle.
Man, that's a good one.
It's orange sherbet ice cream. Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that.
My lady likes the grasshopper. I don't know what's in it. Looks like a lot of chocolate. But, you know, they have a great variety, great selection, and all of them are, like my son said, handcrafted, and you will enjoy yourself. And the meals, sometimes you don't have enough room for the milkshake, but you make room for the milkshake.
Okay. All right. That sounds like my kind of place.
Yeah, you'll really enjoy it. Really enjoy it.
Awesome.
We had Summer on yesterday, the operator of the 66 Diner, running our sweet deals yesterday, and just an amazing restaurant. I didn't mean for this to turn into an advertisement for them, but I had the Oreo milkshake yesterday. That was really good. They have this new mango type milkshakes you talked about yesterday, has tahini in it. So I mean, there's all that. But David, you grew up in Philadelphia.
Outside Philadelphia.
Outside Philadelphia. My apologies.
Distinction.
Educate
us.
Outside Philly. Talk about what it was like growing up outside Philly, but with all those sports teams there. A lot of pro teams in Philadelphia, not so much in Albuquerque. So what was that just like as a kid, growing up with all those teams?
Well, I will say that when you grow up a Philadelphia sports fan, especially if your parents are Philadelphia sports fans and, generations and so on down the line, you do not have a choice about who you are rooting for. All right. If it's the Eagles, you're rooting for the Eagles. If it's the Phillies, you're rooting for the Phils. If it's the Sixers, you're rooting for the Sixers. If it's the Flyers, who might surprise some people, are usually, I would say, the number 2 team in the city.
Oh, wow.
Then you're rooting for the Flyers. But yeah, it can be intense. I always say that you have to have a strong mental fortitude to be a Philadelphia sports fan. There's going to be a lot of heartbreak along the way. At least when I was growing up, I watched before they won 2 Super Bowls. I watched the Eagles lose the Super Bowl in 2004 to the Patriots during their first little mini dynasty run. Watched the Flyers lose the Stanley Cup to the Blackhawks during their little dynasty run. I watched the Phils win a World Series in 2008 and then lose the World Series the next year. I watched the 76ers play Kobe and Shaq and the Lakers in the finals.
Oof.
And then lose that one. That was the AI step over Lou series.
Game 1. They took that game.
I know. So and you were feeling good after that, and then it was just it was not good. It was not good. But yeah, I mean, the thing I always tell people that surprises everybody is because you have Division I sports teams in the Philadelphia area. You have Villanova. Yeah, we'll cross that bridge at a different date, maybe. You have Temple. You have LaSalle, Drexel. The Big Five. St. Joe's, and then you also have Penn State, which is like 4 hours out in the middle of nowhere. Pennsyltucky, as Pennsylvanians tend to call that area. I don't know if that'll get me in trouble or not for anybody in PA listening, but that is what it is. So yeah, I mean, but honestly, Eagles are really the big thing. That's there's 365 days in a year, maybe 366, 24 hours in a day, 7 days a week. I always say it's a 380, 25-hour, 8-day-a-week thing with them. So, that's really the big thing. It's a football town through and through. And they'll let you know when you're not good. They'll boo you. But all they really do is appreciate if you try hard and, of course, play well, at the same time. So,
with David Glovac of the Albuquerque Journal, you get in at area code 505-246-0610. That's the Sports Animal call line, and also the Sports Animal Meineke on San Pedro text line at 505-246-0610. Meineke on San Pedro is car care done right. We'll be right back with more from David Glovac and maybe a little less of my father on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans.
Scenario, the third string QB today on the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck will be back tomorrow. I promise, dear listener, you don't have to listen to me anymore after today. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Channel. Something I just found out. I just found out, and both mics are hot. I'm also producing today, by the way. Both mics are hot in the actual studios. I'm behind the board today with David Glovac is in for the Albuquerque Journal. And my dad is also in. Retired Sergeant First Class, but my favorite title of his is Dad. So there's that.
Mine too.
We'll call it a Father's Day issue since I will be at the World Cup and missing Father's Day. So this is our Father's Day episode, I guess. It's Bring Your Dad to Work Day.
The sacrifices you make as fathers and sons in this world.
Bring them on air. But big news in Lobo land, probably the biggest that's ever been. Lobo Louie is in EA Sports College Football 27. He's finally in the game, ladies and gentlemen. You can play Lobo Louie in Mascot Mashup finally. That's probably the biggest news of the day. I've been waiting for that forever. He's never been in the game. Massive day for Lobo football. That's how you know we are back as a program, that EA Sports is putting Lobo Louie in the game. You got to, especially if you're going to challenge for a college football playoff spot and a Mountain West title this year for football, which Jason X said he would be disappointed if they didn't. But the big story today that we've been covering, because it involves the Dallas Cowboys, your favorite, David, is former Danish goalkeeper. If you missed it in the last hour, former Danish goalkeeper Kasper Schmeichel had this to say about the Dallas Cowboys being like the English national team. Yeah, you won it in like Queen Elizabeth's first few years as monarch. Hey, Cowboys haven't won it probably since then, honestly. Let's be honest. 30 years. That must bring you joy as a native of PA, huh, David? To hear the Cowboys getting drugged through the mud in the offseason during the World Cup in their own stadium?
I mean, I'll be honest with you. That was a pretty good comparison between the Cowboys and the English national football squad.
I truly believe so as well, because it's, we talked about in the 7 o'clock hour how English fans every year, no matter what, it's coming home, it's coming. It's not. And that stupid song, just stop playing it. Goodness gracious, it's never going back there. The last time you won the World Cup trophy didn't even look like it does now. Last time England won the World Cup, they lost the trophy somewhere in London. There's a reason the trophy looks like it is now. It's because of England.
You know, the way you're talking about it right now, I'm thinking if maybe you were an Eagles fan in a previous life.
Oh man, yeah. Don't let my mom hear that as a Raider fan for a while, much to the chagrin of my father who's a Lions fan.
That's a compliment in my book. I mean, I don't know how your mom feels, but the way I see it, I mean, shoot. Eagles fans are no offense to your dad either. Eagles fans are the greatest fans in the NFL.
Well, there go the phone lines. No. But man, I mean, if you're a Cowboys fan, there are a lot of Cowboy fans here in New Mexico. A lot of Raider fans. The Broncos have some contingent, I guess. But man, talk about it in the 7 o'clock hour. But catching strays from Kasper Schmeichel at the World Cup. Cowboy fans have no idea who Kasper Schmeichel is.
No.
But they're going to be like, who the heck is this guy talking about us in our stadium? Well, he's one of the greatest players of all time, especially in Danish history. One of the greatest Danish players of all time. Let me rephrase that, because there's Messi and then there's everyone else right now.
You know, Cowboys fans might be thinking, hey, we are important. They're still talking about us even in the offseason.
Oh, boy, here we go, yeah.
You know, they can be that, I don't want to say conceited, but, you know, they can be that. Hey,
Arrogant.
That's a good word to use.
They're arrogant, right?
That's a good word to use.
You guys, I'm sure neither one of you were born the last time the Cowboys won.
Oh, yeah.
the Super Bowl.
I was. All of 5.
I was present for that as well, right? I was about 12. So I got you by a couple of years, right? But it's man, that's all I can say.
It does the heart good to see that struggle. I'll say that. I always tell people this all the time. Like, you have, you know, some media members and some fans of the Cowboys that are like, man, Jerry Jones just needs to step down. He needs to go away. He doesn't know what he's doing. No. Jerry, if you're listening, and that'd be cool if you were, continue doing what you're doing for as long as you want to.
Keep it rolling, Jerry.
Keep it rolling. Okay, you're doing such a fantastic job bringing joy to the rest of the league, keeping the Cowboys down. Do your thing.
And it doesn't get better when the sun takes over. I'll tell you that. As a Raider fan, Al Davis dies, and, well, here comes Mark Davis, and it somehow got worse. Well, we've gone to the playoffs twice with Mark Davis. I'll give him that. But we've also moved cities almost the same amount of time.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the thing is, the Raiders do have a nice new stadium. If you want to take the move out of the equation. No, sorry, Carlos. So there's that. I mean, sure, have there been flubs in there along the way? Hiring John Gruden for a second time? Yes. You know, cycling through, what are they, fourth coach since they fired Gruden?
Well, let's see. We had Chucky, then we had Bisaccia. We didn't fire him, but we let him go. Then we had Josh McDaniels, fired him. Antonio Pierce fired him.
So forth.
Steve Carroll, Pete Carroll, fired him.
Oh,
so
this is number 6.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a list.
More head coaches than Cowboys have Super Bowl appearances in this. You know, this does make my heart happy, and I always bring this up. The Oakland Raiders, not the Las Vegas ones, but the Oakland ones, have been to a Super Bowl more recently than the Dallas Cowboys. The Detroit Lions have been to an NFC Championship game more recently than the Dallas Cowboys.
I know. I don't think anybody would have thought that.
What?
You know,
I would have.
That's fair. I respect that.
Yeah. You know, the loyal fans, like you said, right? That's why they call us fanatics, because we're crazy enough to believe it's going to happen. And it's all good. If you don't believe in your team, then why are you a fan of that team, right?
Because you like pain and misery.
That too. Glutton for punishment.
Yeah.
That's
have you seen the teams I support?
Awesome way to put that, honestly.
You know, when it comes to Carlos and his teams that he supports, I cannot take credit for that. I was deployed. You know, his grandfather and his uncles brainwashed him into liking all those Oakland teams. So, you know.
The artist formerly known as Oakland.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I like that.
Well, we'll talk a little bit about New Mexico United when we come back, and we'll talk a little bit about the Lobos and your first impressions on Jason Eck since you've got here. The head gaffer of UNM. Once we come back from this commercial break, you get in at 505-246-0610. This is the Open Drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Albuquerque's leader in sports.
That's probably one of the ones I've enjoyed. The behind the scenes kit reveal one for the turquoise, I think was fun. Just kind of talking to some of the different players about their acting skills a little bit and kind of what went into that, whether
lack thereof,
as some might point out. But just kind of going through their whole process of how they kind of approached the gig, whether they were nervous or not. And the more you watch the video after you talk to them, you pick up little cues here and there from, of things that they kind of did throughout the video, which I think was interesting. Another one I really enjoyed was the World Cup story, kind of leading into the tournament. Just trying to get the guys to banter back and forth a little bit about who their favorite was, favorite moments, favorite edition of the World Cup. And just kind of hearing them kind of rag on each other a little bit on their picks, and then kind of figure out, oh, hey, I picked this as my favorite moment, in all the World Cups that I've watched. Hey, can you pick something different to add a little bit of variety to the situation here? I think was great. And then just even when you talk to them about that kind of stuff, hearing some of their recall about some of the moments in there was pretty interesting just to hear, because I was like, oh, I never would have thought about that, or I never would have remembered that. But then again, they kind of, I guess, watch the sport on a different level than you or I might at the same time.
I was standing in that circle, and it was a fun circle. It was Deion Harris was there. Chris Gloucester, Usman Jabang, Daniel Bruce, the former Mexico United man, now assistant coach. He'll be throwing out the first pitch on Saturday at the Isotopes game, actually. The Topes are giving away for their mariachi night soccer jerseys. It's a nice crossover between the Isotopes and Mexico United. We actually had some of the Isotopes players come out to training yesterday and kind of watch a little bit. Dennis Sanchez talked with them a little bit about tactics and, had fun with them. And Raiko Rosarena, New Mexico United's backup keeper, is the brother of Seattle Mariners and Mexican national team player Randy Rosarena. So that was a fun conversation with all them. But yeah, it was definitely the banter among that. I remember specifically for that. And I think I even called out Daniel Bruce and it made the article because Brucey was asked, who's the favorite and who's an underdog? And he went, the favorite is England and the underdog is also England. Mm-hmm. And when asked about his favorite World Cup moment, I shot back with what? 1966.
1966.
The last time they won it? The Dallas Cowboys of football, of soccer.
Yeah. A good team. Good
team, England. Good team is what he said.
Until the playoffs.
Until the knockout rounds. Until the knockout rounds, the World Cup or the playoffs. Yeah, it's been a wonder. It's been amazing to have you covering New Mexico United lately, and it seems like you're having a good time, and the players starting to get to know you. But it's not the only sport in town. Lobo football has been really big. We talked about them before you came in. We're talking about Lobo football in June. That never happens. I know you haven't really been around long enough to see what Jason Eck has done with this program. It's quite remarkable. But your first impressions on the Lobo head man, Jason Eck?
Well, to be honest, I haven't met the man, so I can only tell you what I've seen via social media.
Yeah.
Or talking to the Albuquerque Journal beat writer, Sean Ryder, who is great at his job. You guys should follow him on Twitter, read his stuff. I would highly recommend that. Gives you everything that you want in a story and gives you some deep dives as well. So I'm going to plug Sean there for a second. I will say that just my first impressions of Eck is he seems like he's a very, outside of what he did last year, going 9-4, if I have that record correct. So if it's not, sorry, UNM fans. But I would say my first impression of him, he just seems like he's a very personable guy. He really seems invested, whether it's football, whether it's basketball, whether it's, anything UNM related. And I think that's he seems authentic, which I think is the big thing. And that's kind of a nice change from the previous place that I had covered, where things seemed, we'll say inauthentic and maybe a little bit fake, where it was just like a little bit of a try too hard to be one thing, to kind of, not to fit the area, but to have people like you. And you can see through that, and it comes across whenever you talk to anybody who's trying to be something that they're not. So I think just either reading some of Sean's stuff or just seeing Eck on social media or do other interviews, he just comes across as an authentic guy. And, that's really all you can ask for as a reporter and as a writer, is somebody that's going to be as honest as they can. I mean, coaches are only honest up to a certain point, but as honest as they can be, and you kind of take that as face value without, that kind of an ulterior motive, I guess is a good way to put it. So, and that's something that I've kind of appreciated, just kind of seeing him from afar in that aspect.
It's a very genuine guy, Jason Eck, and we'll catch up on more college football. Your time covering college football as well, and maybe some of your favorite moments is covering college football when we get back, and maybe we'll put our money where our mouth is with Brandon Sorsby. Will the NCAA do it? Will the NFL do it? We'll find out when we get back from this commercial break. You're listening to The Open Drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by eBay. eBay is home to millions of finds, and each one becomes part of your store.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. all while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Car care right.
Can Mexico get her done tonight against South Korea? It's Carlos Tenorio, the third string QB today on the opening drive, filling in for the voice of UNM women's basketball, JJ Buck and Jeff Simbidia. They'll be back tomorrow, dear listener. You don't have to listen to me for much longer. I promise you, I will scurry back away behind my board and never return. Okay, maybe I will be back a few times, but it'll be a minute. It'll be a minute. You know, when they need the third string, you know, you got to be ready. You got to be ready. You never know when that third string quarterback is going to get the call. Got David Glovak from the Albuquerque Journal and my father in. It's Bring Your Dad to Work Day, since I will be missing Father's Day. So it's good to have both of them in. World Cup matchups today starting at 10 p.m. 10 a.m. local time. Czechia and South Africa will play each other. South Africa coming off a rough first match against Mexico, and they have 2 players suspended, so don't know how that's going to go against Czechia side, who, by all accounts, had every chance in the world to beat South Korea and just could not get that done. That game will kick off at 10 a.m. in Atlanta. Oh, not at Mercedes-Benz, at Atlanta Stadium. And at 1 o'clock, the 1 o'clock game is Switzerland and Bosnia-Herzegovina. Yes, Switzerland top of the table with 1 point, but Bosnia bottom of the table also with 1 point. This group is the group of draws. You got your groups of death, you got groups of draws. Bosnia-Herzegovina is a bit of a good story. Their fans are just having a good time. That game is in Los Angeles. That's a 1 o'clock kickoff locally. Then the Canadians get in on the action. Also in that same group of draws, they play Qatar. Yes, Qatar actually qualified for this one and weren't just placed into it because they were hosting. That game will take place at BC Place in Vancouver, Canada. And then the big one of the night at 7 o'clock, Mexico and South Korea tonight. Both teams with 3 points. Mexico have one of their best defenders in Monta suspended because he got a silly red card late in the match. While Mexico was up by 2 men, 2 goals in the 92nd minute. There's a boneheaded mistake, but that game will be in Guadalajara. I said Monterrey earlier. I was incorrect. That game will be in Guadalajara, Mexico tonight. This is going to be a good one. I know Revel Entertainment's having a big watch party tonight. They've opened up the big room at Revel. That's how big of a watch party it's going to be at Revel Entertainment tonight. But we got David Glovak, the Albuquerque Journal, like I said, and my father as well. And before we get to this hour bumper, David, what do you look for when you do a news story? Like what's something about, you know, people do tactics and the X's and O's, but what do you look for in writing your stories?
That's a good segue question. I appreciate that. Honestly, I tell people this all the time, and I was actually just talking to your dad about this too a couple minutes ago, is, you know, when I go out and I cover something, I'm looking for a moment or a player to kind of highlight and write about. I mean, are there going to be matches or games where, you know, you have to kind of, you know, say like this last one where they tied against Orange County, and you have to kind of talk about, you know, say some scoring difficulties that United has had a little bit throughout the season? Sure.
You could say that.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, shoot, he only scored multiple goals in 6 matches this season. You know, it's worthy of talking about, especially when they bring it up. But yeah, you know, when you go to a match and, you know, you're watching it and you see the things unfold, you're really trying to bring people behind the scenes a little bit, kind of peel back the curtain and really show them who the players are, who the coaches are, who the manager is, who the support staff is, and really kind of let them see who they are and how relatable they can be. You're trying to humanize them in a way. I mean, you can always talk about tactics. You can always talk about, you know, in the first half this happened, in the first half this, in the second half this happened. Well, if you're watching the match or you're seeing the box score, you know, you can see what happens. Okay. So is there really a point to rehash that with readers? I don't think so. I mean, that's kind of my job, is just to bring people in a little bit. And I think that's kind of important. I mean, you look at it, it's like, hey, who is Greg Hurst? Hey, he's the guy that likes haggis and likes his steak medium rare. His dad, Billy, likes it medium well. He's trying to change that a little bit.
Ugh.
But I know. Or even like you showcase their personalities, like with the World Cup thing, with the World Cup story, or with the behind the scenes or the making of the kit video, or even like with Christian Nava coming back from injury, why he decided that he wanted to come back a little bit. It's important to kind of talk about that a little bit. So
Did you say jersey? Did you say kit? Because Lil Birdie told me there might be something coming out today at 5 o'clock with New Mexico United in social media.
Oh, yeah?
Guess we'll have to see. Breaking news on air.
Oh, snap.
So keep your eyes peeled. Social media, 5 o'clock. Something cool dropping on New Mexico United. When we get back, I'll talk a little bit about the World Cup. But is the NCAA really at fault for what's going on with Braden Sorsby? And is Cincinnati now the new scapegoat for this Texas Tech debacle? Have the Red Raiders found a person to put in the rake factory with them? And also, did Mexico really need to send a message at the end of their match that got Montes sent off? But more importantly, Clint Hurdle at the bottom of the hour at 9 o'clock. You're listening to The Opening Drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area.
Today, how does it feel to be back on the radio? Because you have some radio experience, don't you, Dad?
You know, way back when I was a little younger in my military days, you know, I had a buddy that used to do a morning program as well on a, different radio station. But, yeah, done it a couple of times. Been on the radio, giving play-by-play as well for some NMAA games back when, ProView Networks was first getting started up in the early 2000s. So, I've done a little this, little of that. You've always, of course, taken it to another level. So when you talk about those father-son things, sometimes sons do make things better than their fathers. So keep it up.
I'm doing my best. Speaking of ProView, we are always on ProView. We got Adrian over at ProView doing a good job today, and thank you for bearing with me today. Man, oh man, what a Thursday it is. Most people got tomorrow off. It's gonna be a good day tomorrow.
Speaking of father sons, they're showing Jalen Brunson and his father on the parade right now.
Oh man, so, that's awesome.
I'm a sucker for those stories.
I am too.
Yeah,
just as a heads up.
Well, I was gonna say, speaking of stories, we got David Glovac in the Albuquerque Journal, who's been writing some very amazing stories. And during the break, we kind of talked a little bit about the state championship baseball game you covered, because you cover New Mexico United, and that's your main beat, but you also cover a bunch of other stuff as well for the Journal, sports-wise. And one of them just happened to be East Mountain's state championship, the alma mater of UNM athletic director Ryan Berryman. And what was that your first time at the Lobo baseball field? And what really caught your eye during that game to write your story?
Yeah, that was my first time at UNM baseball field. I didn't know that Berryman was an alum there, I think, until you pointed that out to me at either it was a United presser or a training session, I think, that I went to. I guess it was a training session on that following Tuesday. Yeah, I mean, the game itself was kind of, it was what it was. But, afterward, while they're celebrating, that's kind of really what you really wanted to focus in on. I mean, shoot, that was, I think, the program's second state championship. And they're over there passing the trophy around once they get it, and they take turns. I don't know who the ringleader was for that. But they took turns passing the trophy around and kissing it. And everybody wanted to have a chance with it. And then when you see moments like that, you're just like, all right, well, I know what I'm concentrating on in the story. And then you kind of go from there.
A 10-0 East Mountain win,
yes,
to win their state championship on a very hot May day. And you know what, David? You're lucky because you got to experience the new press box at the Lobo baseball field with, more importantly, air conditioning. Because, man, that old press box, for anyone that's been in there, and that old press box down at Lobo Field was cramped, it was hot, Not as bad as the press box at Phoenix Rising Stadium, which is literally just a tin box with no electricity or air conditioning, because why would you have air conditioning in Phoenix, Arizona? I don't know. But
is that necessary?
I feel like it would be necessary. I mean, you lived in Arizona, Dad. Like, you know.
I'm a fan of the AC, but I also love the heat, so I'm one of those weirdos.
You know, but a metal box in a 100-degree day, all right. I'm no expert, but something tells me that's not supposed to happen.
Don't they call those ovens?
Ovens, yes. And with a suit and tie, not ideal, let me tell you. But the World Cup going on. Mexico plays tonight, but the Yanks play tomorrow. The red and white and blue, the stars and stripes. The host nation, the United States of America, take on the Socceroos tomorrow, midday tomorrow for the United States. But the big question, will Christian Pulisic, Captain America, make it back for that round? It's a tight one. You know, he's been dealing with a calf injury, subbed out midway through the Paraguay game, and has not returned. He's been at training light, according to reports, but tomorrow's 1 o'clock kickoff for the United States against Australia, who pulled up a massive upset over Turkey over the weekend on Saturday. We'll travel to Seattle, to Lumen Field, where the cheapest ticket is $1,614 for this match tomorrow at 1 o'clock, according to Vivid Seats.
How much is that Peacock subscription?
Couldn't tell you. But I can tell you, if you have bunny ears, it's on Fox for free. So
even better.
There you go. For the USA and Australia kicking it off tomorrow. If the United States wins tomorrow, that guarantees they will be in the round of 16 next season. But Australia, the Socceroos, they're training out in Oakland, California at the training facility, the Oakland Roots, which is formerly the training facility, technically it's out in Alameda, of the Oakland Raiders.
You know, I think it's going to be interesting when you talk about Australia, the U.S. match, what Pulisic actually plays or not. Obviously, you know, Australia beat Turkey, and, you know, thanks a lot to their keeper, Beach.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, making surprising everybody with that clean sheet. But you also have to balance, I think, if you're the U.S. Is it important that Pulisic plays? Yes. Is it a necessity in this match for him to play, especially if he re-aggravates that calf? You know, you kind of have to weigh that, because obviously you want to advance to the next round, or the next stage, which is the knockout stage. But, you know, is it worth him playing and re-aggravating it and then being out longer if you do win? Or is it better to hold him out and then see what you can do, and then, because you still have 2 other matches that you can do things with. So you really kind of have to think about that and balance that. And I know some people are like, oh, well, you got to play him. Well, you know, you kind of got to think about those things too, I think.
Yeah, it's a tough position, and I'm glad I'm not Pochettino. He gets paid way more than I do to make those decisions, you know. But the Socceroos, the last time the United States have played them, this is only going to be the 3rd meeting, weirdly enough, between the Socceroos of Australia and the United States since 2010. The United States played them in a friendly in 2010, beat them 3-1, and then played them in 2025 and beat them 2-1. Both games were in the United States. And this game is at a stadium that is no stranger to big moments, unlike Jerry's World, where the World Cup is also being held. Lumen Field, home of the Seattle Seahawks, was built for something like this. I was talking about it last night with my buddy Sean, where he's just said, I don't know if these Australian players have ever played in a stadium like Lumen Field. I asked him, what does he mean? Have they never played in a big stadium? He goes, no. That stadium was built for the noise to be sent down onto the field. So if the United States, in front of a home crowd that's going to be rocking, because Seattle loves their soccer, and you have that video from years ago, fight and win. That video is famous from Seattle. But they don't get the nickname the 12 for no reason. So, with all that being said, what are your guys' predictions tomorrow for the red, white, and blue against the Socceroos? We'll start with my father, Carlos Tenorio Sr. Yes, he has the white hair to prove that senior mantra as well.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I wear it with pride.
Experience, we call it.
That's why I'm going to go with a draw for tomorrow, 1-1.
Oh, wow.
I say hold Pulisic out. You can still get 1 point. If you ain't good enough to draw at least 1 point from this match without Pulisic, then you ain't gonna be good with him in the knockout rounds regardless. Because re-injuring and re-aggravating the calf, that's something you gotta really take your time on. I'm a runner, so those calf injuries can linger if you don't treat them properly. But so I'm gonna go 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw.
Hold Pulisic out. Go 1-1 draw.
Wow, David.
Before I get into a prediction, I will say that I think you're all right about Lumen Field. I think that most people don't understand the noise. I shouldn't say most people, but visiting teams especially don't understand noise capacity. I mean, when you talk about even going all the way back to the Marshawn Lynch run,
the Beastquake,
back in the day, where they basically essentially felt like they were causing like a mini earthquake. So I think Australia's going to have to deal with that, especially when they don't come from a huge soccer nation in general. But I said 2-1 in the US's opener, and they ended up winning 4-1. So I'm gonna say we'll say 3-1 for this. We'll say 3-1 for this one, even if Pulisic doesn't play.
3-1 to the US. I'm gonna go 2-1 on this. I think the Socceroos definitely have their defensive style. I really love as an Arsenal supporter. Count them on the break, try and get a set piece, score that way. Park the bus. Big fan of that as an Arsenal supporter. I'm just joking. I love to say it because I know my buddies get so upset when they hear PGMOL title for Arsenal. But that is the match Australia plays. I see the U.S. winning 2-1 in this. Australia is the lone goal. I feel like the USA is going to dominate on possession. If you look at the Turkey game, Turkey dominated possession in that game. Just dominated it. And 2 slip-ups, and Australia got them. 2-0 win. So I think the USA will have about 75, maybe 65% possession tomorrow. They win 2-1. I think Weston McKennie steps up big. I think Gio Reyna, if Pulisic does not play, will fill into that role nicely. It looks like he's finally coming into his own after everything that happened in that last World Cup.
Oy.
But I know. And if they do win 3-1, I think it would be a very late goal to put that one to bed, kind of like the France match.
I think it'll be interesting to see how they kind of build off of their last one, where they kind of tactically confused, their opening opponent. I mean, you heard the Paraguay coach kind of say, like, we didn't really know what they were doing. They were kind of just running circles around us tactically. It's going to be interesting to see how they kind of build off of that now that Australia has a little bit of game film with that starting 11 of the U.S. So I'm interested to see if they can build off of that and continue to kind of outmaneuver opponents and kind of confuse them a little bit, or if it's just kind of going to stall. But we'll see how that goes.
Potch ball works in the World Cup. Doesn't work during the regular season in Europe because there's so many games. But Pochettino ball, that fast-paced, catch your opponent off guard, could work in an 8-game tournament.
It worked a little bit during some of his stint with Tottenham.
Tottenham. We'll be back. You can call in at 505-246-0610. Once again, that number is 505-246-0610. You're listening to the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. We got Clint Hurdle in a few minutes, so don't go anywhere. Right here on the Sports Animal.
Listen for World Cup updates.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride barbecue chicken and ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service.
Terry calling in. Good morning, my friend. How are you?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Nothing's coming through, Carlos.
Oh, no, Terry, no.
Hello?
Oh, no. Let's see. Terry, can you hear me now? Uh-oh. Might have to call him back. Hello, can you hear me?
I don't know what to do.
Oh, no. Terry, call me back if you can. We had Terry call it. That's weird. I don't know what happened with that, but the phone line is on and it is open. That's unfortunate. Terry's a good guy. He calls in every day. Don't know what happened there. There he goes. We're calling it back. David and my father, take it away, you two.
Shoot, with what?
Well, as he's going to figure out those phones, let's go with this. You had mentioned your time. You grew up in the Philadelphia area. You said you went to Temple.
Yep.
Give me some stories of growing up in the Philadelphia area, of moments that maybe most sports fans wouldn't attach to, similar to the way you tell your stories, about growing up in the Philadelphia area and some sports moments that really stick out in your mind.
Ooh, sports moments that really stick out in my mind? I mean, I know you said that most people wouldn't think of, but honestly, probably, number one has to be the Eagles winning the Super Bowl in 2017. I mean, the city was insane. They had been waiting for that for forever, really. I mean, that was you probably heard it on the news. They were greasing light poles. They were greasing, signs. Like this, I remember I had driven home to watch the game with some friends. And one of my brothers was actually in the city at the time, after they had won the Super Bowl, and he run the videos that I saw of just people euphoric and packed in the streets. I'm sure you saw the recent highlight of what New York City was like after the Knicks won the NBA Finals.
Yes,
it was almost like that, where you minus the destruction of a cab and setting some cars on fire, of course, but you just couldn't move. It was so packed. It's just an incredible thing just to see, just because. But I also remember when the Phillies won the 2008 World Series. It was the city's first championship of the Big Four sports since 1980. I think I want to say I was a sophomore in junior in high school. I don't know. One of them. It doesn't matter. Either which way. I remember how everybody from school tried to get down into the city for the parade a week later. And you couldn't even get on the trains to get down into the city. It was so packed. It was just if you didn't get there at the crack of dawn, you were SOL, basically. It was one of the craziest things I'd ever seen without even actually being in there, because everybody wanted to be a part of it. That was probably the most memorable one, or the two most memorable ones. But I don't know, man. There's there's been a lot of disappointing moments, I think, more so than anything as a Philadelphia sports fan. You know, it's tough being a Philadelphia sports fan, and they'll tell you that. It's got to mean something to you to actually want to root for those teams, especially back in the day. Yeah, it's like you're either all in or you're why even bother, basically.
Yeah, there you go.
We're going to give it one more go. Let's see. All right. Is this working? Can you hear us now?
Yes, Carlos.
There we go. All right. How are you, my friend?
morning.
You doing good?
I'm doing well. Yeah,
All
good
right.
morning, Carlos.
Good morning.
Good morning, Carlos Sr. Good morning, David. Hope you all are doing well.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, a couple quick soccer stories. When you talk about the acting, my daughter, roughly 20 years ago, they're playing like U13. Boys team came up from El Paso.
Yeah.
They would barely touch them, and the boys would start flopping around. And the girls, the looks on their faces, they go, I barely touched you, you know, and they were learning to take a dive and all that down there. And the girls would just shake their head and go, well, what are you doing? And I'm going, they probably have training on that, even at that age, because you were talking earlier about the, you know, from United learning something like that. And the other quick story was up at KU. I think they're playing North Carolina State. Well, they would announce when they had the starting lineup, the girl's name and where they're from. So there was 3 girls starting at KU from Albuquerque, New Mexico, Albuquerque, and then 1 from Colombia, 1 from France, and 1 from Scotland. And somebody from North Carolina State goes, they're starting 6 foreigners. And we just shake our head. So, you know, it was just going, no, that's New Mexico's part of the United States. So, you know, it's still one of those things where it goes on. So I just want to chime in. It was a little lighthearted stories, but, you know, definitely the acting and the thought process of the girls going, I barely touched you. And they were rolling around like, you know, it was just, you know, close to manslaughter or something like that. But enjoy the show. Carlos Sr., you have a wonderful Father's Day. Enjoy the day. I know your son will be off there watching Argentina. But, Carlos, you did a great job filling in. So, David, good to hear your voice. You guys all have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you.
Same to you, Terry. Happy Father's Day to you as well. Thank you.
Soccer players are good actors, I will say, at least on the field.
Hey, but I'll tell you what. I just did the Oklahoma City Marathon this last April, and I got a cramp along the way, and a guy had that magic spray. That magic spray works.
It works.
It's very magical.
Does it?
It took the cramps away, and I was able to finish the last 4 miles, man. But, yeah, that magic spray works. So they may be acting out there, but that spray's real.
Noted.
Braden Sorsby, the topic of conversation. And is Cincinnati the new fall guy? And then after that, Clint Hurdle joins the show. We'll be back right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We're back. It's the opening drive here on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. No, it wasn't a radio station there just for a little bit. Like I said, I'm hosting and producing, so I have to go to the other booth to talk with our guests because for whatever reason, our talkback button, you know, it picks and chooses when it wants to work. But we're joined by David Glovek of the Albuquerque Journal and my father, Carlos Tenorio Sr., on this Thursday morning. We're going to have Clint Hurdle coming on here in a little bit. Man, that's super exciting. Did you think when you woke up this morning, Father, you'd be talking to NLCS champion manager, 2007 World Series manager, Clint Hurdle?
No, but I do want to know how he feels about those 23 runs they put up the other day.
You know, we don't need to talk about that game. That game never happened. But anyways, what has happened is Braden Sorsby is declaring for the supplemental draft after, goodness gracious, what seemed like a never-ending saga, especially considering I have friends out at Texas Tech, and Texas Tech is trying to pass off their, or I guess, have a person join them in their step-on rake factory, as our good friend Andrew Bolte said, as Sorsby's former school, Cincinnati, is now being drawn into the fire. And you're wondering, why the heck is Cincinnati being drawn into the fire? Well, Texas Tech is now claiming that Braden not Texas Tech, but sources are claiming Cincinnati knew about the gambling of Braden Sorsby and didn't do anything about it. Sorsby agent says Cincinnati should be catching heat over gambling case. Why is that? Sorsby's agent is claiming that Cincinnati knew about what was going on. Quote, because they knew for 2 years and never said anything or didn't do anything about it. That's the part of the story that gets lost. If anybody should be questioned or catching heat, it should be Cincinnati, Sorsby's agent Ron Sullivan told 105.3 The Fan in Dallas.
It's a bold statement.
We will reiterate what we have said before. All of our student athletes receive extensive gambling education multiple times throughout the year and would never knowingly play an athlete who violate NCAA sports wagering regulations. If we were ever become aware of impressible wagering, and we would report to the NCAA and comply with sanctions, is what Cincinnati said. And this is a question I've been wondering for a while. And I've been having this conversation with my girlfriend, who is a Division I athlete and who feels very passionate about this. She sat through all those anti-gambling classes. And, you know, My dad, very passionate about Braden Sorsby.
Got me hitting the desk over here.
Like he's a Tech fan or something. And we talked about this throughout the week. And the big question that I have brought up this week is, why hasn't anyone talked to Cincinnati, and why has no one questioned Indiana? Because that's where the gambling started. Yes, Texas Tech has tried to bend the rules their way with this, getting the county judges in Lubbock. I know how things go in Lubbock. Everyone knows everybody in that county. It's so small. It's such a small town. It's a great place to visit, and I'll be back there this weekend, so I got to watch what I say because I don't want to get run out of town. But the question has been for me as well, why hasn't anyone looked at Cincinnati or Indiana, where these wagers were placed, where he was actively on the team when these happened? And once again, that quote, if you're just tuning in, from Braden Sorsby's agent yesterday, quote, if anybody should be questioned or catching heat, it should be Cincinnati. Sorsby's agent, Ron Sullivan, told 105.3 the team in Dallas, because they knew for 2 years apparently, and never said anything or didn't do anything about it. That's the part of the story that gets lost.
The thing with Cincinnati, honestly, is I think that had kind of been reported that they kind of knew, because that's where the investigation kind of started and kind of kicked off. It wasn't just like, oh, Sorsby transferred to Tech.
Where did this come from?
And oh yeah, where did this come from? That had kind of been reported or rumored that that's kind of where everything kind of kicked off, or this whole investigation or illegal gambling, underage gambling, whatever, had started to kind of surface for Sorsby. And part of the reason why they kind of was like, okay, hey, you can go transfer to Tech. So, that's kind of been floated out there for a little bit. Whether or not they knew about it, to the extent that they did, I don't know. I guess we'll kind of find that out. But, in terms of Cincinnati catching as much heat as Tech, honestly, Texas Tech kind of did this to themselves. We were talking about this earlier. It was a PR disaster class 101 of how not to do something. They weren't part of Sorsby's lawsuit to try to get his eligibility reinstated or a decision made, but at the same time the school just decided, hey, we're gonna go all in, and when we know our conference, the Big 12, and all these other schools aren't for this decision, instead of just sitting back, just keeping their mouth shut, letting everything play out, and just be like, hey, this is what it is. A 22-minute video that just looked tone deaf, nah, it didn't jive, I think is the best way to put it. It certainly wasn't a good look, and certainly made them look worse than they actually are.
How do we know the NCAA isn't looking into Cincinnati and Indiana incidents?
See?
You see what I'm saying? So to me, it kind of sounds like the agent is just trying to close the door behind them, if you will, as they go forward and push blame on other people and try to deflect from his client with that type of statement. Like, look at these guys. We're already over here. They did the wrong. They knew. But yet they're letting Texas Tech take the full brunt of what could have happened. That's how I'm taking it with a statement like that. But that's just me.
I don't disagree, but at the same time, it doesn't really make much sense for him to do that anyway. Texas Tech is already going to pay him whatever.
An absurd amount of money.
Well, I don't think it's the full 4 or 5 that reported to have gotten from Tech. Some of it could have been linked to NIL appearances throughout his time at Texas Tech, which obviously he won't do now. Some of it might have to do with Sorsby's legal fees, which are probably high. But at the same time, he's not playing at Texas Tech this season. He's not playing in college football. He's declaring for the NFL supplemental draft.
It's going to be a Cleveland Brown.
Not if Todd Monken, that the head coach, has anything to say about that. He's already said, I don't know. But, the Browns are the Browns, so you never really know.
They may need another quarterback for that room just because.
We got Rudy. Rudy, can you hear us, my friend?
I sure can.
Perfect. Good morning, Rudy. How are you?
Good morning. Happy Thursday, right?
Thursday, yeah. I lose track of the days, too.
today's the last shopping day before my birthday, Carlos. So
Well, happy
give me
birthday,
something
Rudy.
good.
Oh, I'll send you good vibes. Does that work?
That sounds great. Hey, here's the thing about this whole mess. Number one, if you don't have a clause in your NIL deal that says, if we find out you gambled and if you're not eligible, you forfeit your NIL, then they're not as smart as they say they are. The second thing is you're going to spend $5 million on a guy and you don't vet him? You don't have him sign a statement saying, I have not gambled? I'm pretty sure that that's part and parcel of everything UNM does. Because if you're going to lay money out for a kid, there's got to be reciprocation. Okay? I mean, I can't believe the Tech just in their quest to get, a world-class quarterback left that door open, Carlos. That's a huge door to walk through. And Cincinnati has plausible deniability.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like it's definitely a stretch. It
is. And when was the last time you saw every athletic director agree on one thing?
Never. That's
you
true.
could have 12 athletic directors and you'd have 12 different opinions. Yet the Big 12 all got behind this. No, we're not going to allow this to happen. So maybe there is one rule, right? Don't bet on your team. Don't bet on your sport. Pretty simple rule.
I mean, that rule is. That rule is there. So I mean,
should be able to follow it. Like look at Pete Rose, right?
Yeah. Well, look at this. Goes all the way back to what 1908. Was that? I wasn't alive for the Black Sox scandal.
1919.
1919.
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, since how many times do you have to tell people the cautionary tale? If you want to play your sport, you cannot bet on your sport. It's so simple. And he could have satisfied his gambling Jones by, betting on camel races or anything but college football.
Yeah. And he chose to bet on college football. And, now the accountability. Also, having the judges in Lubbock in your pocket is always, I guess, a good thing to have.
Well, Texas always protects Texas. So that was a no-brainer. And the thing is, what was being, the warning shot across the bow was you're not going to win on appeal because there was a flaw in the judge's ruling. There was no way that you can argue that Sorsby was irreparably harmed by not playing college football.
Yeah.
He can look at what he just did. Supplemental NFL draft. If that doesn't work out, he can play in the CFL. He can play in the IFL. He can play in the XFL or whatever it's called. There are multiple ways to get to the NFL these days. It's not just you played college football, you did your 4 years, now you graduate and you're in the draft. So that was a huge flaw in their case that nobody had really talked about because how many people out there are practicing lawyers? Not that many,
Yeah.
I happened to be a lawyer for a while, so I know that, and I think that's where on appeal they were going to lose. But in the meantime, if you would have played the guy, it would have even gotten worse.
Yeah.
So this all works out. Now, on to your love, soccer.
Yes.
I just wish I had a friend of mine. He was a Class C licensed soccer coach, and he and I would get into it over offsides.
Oh boy!
Because I'm watching yesterday, and I'm like, he wasn't offsides. Yeah, he was offsides, and they show it, and it's I guess he was offside. But I have never liked that rule, and so I tell my friend, I'll watch soccer when they get rid of the offside rule, and he just would go off on me, Carlos.
Oh, man.
You can't change the rules.
Oh, Rudy. Well, thank you for calling in, my man. I appreciate you, as always,
Go
my
USA.
friend. Go USA. Yes, sir. Oh, man. Yeah, offsides. Yeah. Come on, give me a fast break. We got to head to this last commercial break. We got Clint Hurdle coming on. We'll be back right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This is a Westwood.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
And JJ Buck will be back tomorrow, so you don't have to deal with me anymore. We're joined now by a man who left me speechless the last time I got to interview him, Clint Hurdle. Welcome back to the show, Clint. How are you today?
Good morning. It's bright and early here, baby. We're getting ready for a noon tilt.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How are you? Welcome back to Albuquerque. Is this your second trip to the 505 this year?
Second trip to the 505. There'll be another one. I always enjoy my time in the 505. Trust me.
Clint, where's your go-to place to eat here, man?
Well, Monroe's is one. El Pinto's another.
That's a good one.
I bounce around. You can find New Mexican food. You find the best New Mexican food, obviously, right here. And I'm a big fan of it.
That's good to hear. I'm joined today. It's my Father's Day episode because I'm missing Father's Day. I'm going to the World Cup. But so my father has joined the show today, and he knows I'm a big A's fan. So he has a question to ask you about this most recent series regarding the Rockies and my beloved A's.
Is this going to be a slingshot into what we can expect on the second half of the season from the Rockies? Putting up football points against former, wannabe Oakland teams. I don't know how to phrase this. I was amazed at seeing that output, and unfortunately, it was against my son's team. But I do catch him rooting a little bit more for the Rockies these days. So, are they going to give him something to cheer about in the back half of this season?
Well, I definitely think they're going to have something to cheer about. I think there's a lot of reason for optimism. I mean, we need to be realistic. And let me switch locales here. We're in a high volume information zone right now. We got to move the spot.
Yeah, no worries.
There's a lot of reason to have optimism. Number one, we're playing better baseball. On the real side of it, though, I think we're still maybe last in baseball with wins. The offense has picked up. There's no really holes in the lineup. We can score from anywhere. But you do need to remember, those runs we piled up last Sunday, hot, wind blowing out, tough to see. Vegas will be interesting to see how that plays out in the major league level with the games, but we'll take it. The A's have done a nice job of recreating their organization or building their organization and put a good team on the field. So Kotze and his group have done a good job. I believe Warren Schaefer and our group in Denver are doing a much better job of just playing better baseball.
We got David Glovac of the Albuquerque Journal today. He's a newcomer to town here in the 505, but he was excited at the opportunity to talk to you. So I'll pass it over to David now.
Hey, Clint.
Hi, David.
Obviously, some of the Rockies have brought up some of the younger guys, throughout the course of this first half of the season. So I was curious, has there been any player or two that's kind of caught your eye? Or maybe there's a young player that might be on the radar to kind of watch from your perspective?
Well, thank you for the question. I've been in the organization since 2022. So I've seen a lot of the young men grow up that were with us last year. And I was in the dugout for 5.5 months last year going through that challenging time that we had. Now I'm back in player development watching our young players play. You're aware of the ones that are here that we're still trying to eyeball, and Kerrigan. Mm-hmm. And, he's up. Bean still figuring out things and getting better, a little bit better every day. Charlie's numbers are picking up. He's doing some damage at the plate. I think he's somebody on the rise. Stevens got up, and he could be a very good role player for us in the future. Ritter is back and healthy. He was up the big league last year. We'll see what the future holds for him. Established the all-time Albuquerque consecutive hitting streak record last night at 29. But there are some guys in Double-A that I think you're going to enjoy watching play. Exciting. Longwell, Betancourt behind the plate, Braylon Wimmer. He's kind of like a super U that moves around. Andy Perez, shortstop. We've got a few there. We've got Calaz. We've got Royner Hernandez in Spokane. Hedges. Jack O'Dowd has done some interesting things with the bat. Signed him from an independent league, took it to Fresno, got hot there. He's hot in Spokane right now. But we've got players on the rise. There's no doubt about that. Derek Bernard, Brito in Fresno. We've got a little Andujar. We've got a lot of young talent in our A-ball with our A-ball teams right now. But the future's getting better, and it's getting brighter for Colorado.
You want to talk about the Topes, making a playoff push here in the first half for a good amount of the season, and just seeing the development of AAA. How's the energy in the locker room this year compared to, in years past when you visited?
Well, energy's a funny thing. If you could put it in a bottle and carry it around with you and, open it up and take a whiff every time you need it, it'd be great. I think it starts at the top. And I do think, a change was needed. We made change. And I do think the new regime that's come in, and Paul DePodesta, Josh Burns, Tommy Tainhouse, Ian Levin, Chad McDonald, the five that are up top, have helped establish a new enthusiasm and vibe. Warren Schaefer's added to that at the major league level with all his new coaches. And then we've recreated that energy in each one of our affiliates. The vibe in Albuquerque, I don't think I've ever seen it better since 2022. And we were in it. We were hunting it the first half. And then, as you all know, in AAA, players come and go. Man, it's up and down. Everybody's going to have some injuries, but we've taken a lot of players and plugged them into the major league team. So I expect a good second half. I think it's optimistic to look for a playoff run in the second half. It'll all come down to pitching at the end of the day. Good pitching beats good hitting, regardless if you're in the PCL or you're playing at altitude. But I like the vibe here. I think Lopez and his staff added some new coaches throughout our minor league player development system that have brought in some energy. So again, I have guarded optimism, but the guarded optimism is only because I can't wait to see how it plays out. I feel good about the direction we're headed. I feel good about the vision we've established. And really, we've got a game plan that we're all following together. The alignment has probably never been better, from the Dominican all the way up to Denver and the Rockies organization.
I'd love to hear it. Before I let you go, it's 3-2-1 Thursday. I love getting your emails every day, your daily inspiration, your daily devotions. Where can people sign up for your daily encouragement emails, Clint?
Well, that's a nice plug, a shameless plug nonetheless, but I'll take it. James Clear, 3-2-1 Thursday. He's just got so much wisdom. ClintHurdle.com. If you type in your browser, ClintHurdle.com, it'll take you to my daily emails. There's an encouragement email. There's a devotional. These are from authors and people that I follow, that I learn from. Some of them I know personally. And I usually pick things that cut me up or that resound for me. It's not like I pick it up and say, hey, Forrest needs to read this one. I figure if I need it, there could be other people that need it. ClintHurdle.com, plug it in. It'll give you two options. You can get one email. You can get both. It's free. So you can't go wrong on giving it a choice, because then you can always back away if it's too much, too little, you don't like it. But we started with 12 people on the text list. It grew to an email list, and we're now up over 10,000. So
I'm happy to be part of those 10,000.
Ten
I'm happy to be part of those 10,000. I get them every day. It gets my work day going. Can't start my day without an email from you. So thank you, Clint. Appreciate you, and we'll see you down at the ballpark here at noon.
Beautiful. It's going to be a good day.
Yes, sir. Thank you as always. Have a good one.
You bet. Bye-bye.
Clint Hurdle, ladies and gentlemen. That is our show today. Gentlemen, we did it. We made it through. Whew. All right. Well, listener,
easy.
The best part of your day, not having to listen to me anymore. I appreciate everyone who turned in today. Thank you to my dad. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to all the other fathers out there as well. Thank you, son.
Thank you to David Klovac.
Thank you, David.
Thank you to David Klovac for coming in. I'll see you in a little bit out at the training facility, and we'll see you guys next week.
Shops in Albuquerque. Right to Bear Arms is at the top, partly because they have a great
We would like
selection
to
of
thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.